talked about it. And I'm like, oh man.
So today, Charlamagne the God gives Daniel Penny the donkey of the day.
What did he
do? Daniel Penny was the man who held Jordan Neely in a fatal chokehold, if y'all remember.
For a long time.
He says race had nothing to do with it with the New York Post reports. The Marine veteran who held an unhoused black man in a deadly chokehold aboard a New York City subway train earlier this month defended his action and said in an interview with the New York Post the killing had nothing to do with race. Daniel Penny, 24, told the newspaper he's deeply saddened by the loss of life amid what has become a contentious homicide case that has highlighted New York's handling of the homelessness. This had nothing to do with race, he told the Post. I'm not a white supremacist. I'm a normal guy. Okay? Now, the reason why, what's his name? Charlamagne gave him Donkey of the Day is because he said the stuff he said on the interview. He said, it's tragic what happened to him, Penny told the Post. Hopefully we can change the system that so desperately failed us. He went on to talk about the fact that he's not a racist. Anybody who knows him would say that he's not. His history doesn't show that. And it's comical to say that he is. Charlamagne took, he didn't like the fact that he used the word comical. He's like, there's nothing comical about this. Mm-hmm. And you need to have a little bit more sadness when you talk, remorse. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
So he didn't like how he came across on the thing.
Like a little bit of arrogance.
Yeah. And then he ended it. This is the part that sent Charlamagne over the edge. He said, my friends know I'm not a racist. Actually, before this incident was happening, I was actually planning a trip to Africa. He actually said that.
It's like those people that you said make comments to us about being racist, and they saying Tyrone, and they calling us racist. My best friend is black.
That's what Charlamagne said.
I got a best friend.
I'm not racist because my best friend is black.
Yes, I have a best friend. She's black. I'm going to Africa. I like that one. I ain't never heard that one.
He said, I'm not racist. Because actually, before this was going to happen, I was planning
I was on my way to Africa.
Charlamagne went on to say, you do realize, Penny, y'all was on y'all way to Africa when y'all brought us back here.
Thank you.
That's kind of the wrong thing to say.
I know. You do better just saying my best friend is black. He didn't have to go to Africa with that.
So we don't know. Again, I'm waiting on to find out the history of this man.
Oh my God.
I'm waiting for the trial to start. I'm not jumping.
It would have been better if he was married to a black woman and not said anything. Not said anything. Just say, you know what? I am not a racist man. And I just want y'all to know that. And then leave it at that. And then we were sitting with his wife. We were like, we'll figure it out. Oh, not to say that don't mean it's not.
He might as well say, look at my hair. Because look at his hair. It's curly and it's thick. He might as well say, how could I be a racist? Look at my hair. I had the same problems y'all had.
I have a black nanny. I'm not a racist. I got a black nanny.
Oh my God.
I'm going to Africa. That I ain't never heard that one. That's funny.
Look at my hair. Do I look like a racist? That's what he should have said.
And chuckle. That's just comical for you to even say that I'm a racist.
People who know me know I spend hours on my hair, just like y'all do as black people. How could I be a racist? I use the same product that black man over there uses. He should have just said that. That's just as dumb as saying I'm going to Africa.
Oh, he has a trip planned to Africa.
That makes it even worse.
Especially South Africa.
I'm not a racist because I actually, before this incident, I was planning a trip to Africa.
Yes. Okay.
So the first thing is black people, we thinking, you planning a trip to Africa? What does that have to do with anything?
I gotta get up. I'm laughing so
Drink
hard.
your water. Drink your water.
No water.
Oh, go get some water. What is that? What is wrong with this man?
That's donkey of the day.
So Charlemagne, he said, I'm not going to say whether the man is racist or not because I don't know him like that. But I will say that was stupid to say. And to say it was comical to think that he was, it's comical to think he's racist.
Right.
He said, out of all the stuff that black men or people have gone through in this country, you choke out a black man on the subway and you think people shouldn't question whether you a racist or not?
And then the word comical, you took a life.
Why can't he, if he gonna
get somebody,
this is what he should have done. And I hate, he should have had PR training before he decided to get on and do an interview. Man. Who is his attorney, for God's sakes? They should have made him do training in PR. He should have came on. He should have looked remorseful. He should have brought up the fact that I felt threatened. I felt the people on the train were threatened. This man, you guys, you wasn't there. So you guys don't know how we felt when he got on the train. And when he was talking about how he was hungry and he's going to eat and he don't care if he die or he go to jail or go back to jail or whatever, people started thinking, is he talking about he going to blow up the train with us in it? Like, I don't care if I die and I'm taking everybody with me. So when I put him in the chokehold, I don't know why I held him so long because he kept moving. And I felt like he was going to get up if I released it. So that's why I held him as long as I did. I didn't know that I was going to end up taking this man's life. I feel so bad for his family. I feel bad I feel bad that this whole situation happened. But what I can tell y'all, I'm not a racist. If you look at my history, look at how I am. I've never been in trouble with anybody. I've never done anything racist. Nothing. That's not part of who I am. My mom taught me to love everybody. Look at my family. Look at my mom and my dad and my sisters. And we don't come from that type of background. All I ask is that the American people look into who I am, who I work for. Ask the guys who was on the Marines with me. Ask the black guys who was on the Marines. Do they feel like and if I come off that way, I apologize. This was a misunderstanding and it should never have happened. But no, he wants to say it's comical that y'all think that I'm a racist and I was planning a trip to Africa. That's how you know I'm not a racist. Now I'm starting to question if he is. If that's the best he could come up with.
I can't laugh no more, so because my side hurts.
So maybe it's good he is talking. Because the more he talks, the more dumb he sounds, and more that you start going.
It's going to hurt his case. Though.
It's like, dude, maybe you are. I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, but you are an idiot.
Yeah.
And are you a good Marine? Was he a good Marine?
You know, they always have they always make little jokes about Marines.
What about
military? As far as they not the smartest.
Oh, okay.
But we grateful for any of the armed
forces. So that's all I'm saying is just make sure that if he does do any more interviews, somebody needs to give him PR training because he failed that miserably.
Right.
Okay. That was it. That was your donkey of the day.
Okay.
He gave it to this nut job. And I was starting to feel, I was like, okay, well, he's a Marine and you know.
He opens his mouth and it makes him look worse.
Yeah, he's a Marine.
And people are starting to really believe what they were thinking.
And I felt like the most thing that was manslaughter was involuntary manslaughter. You thought you were saving somebody, you end up taking the person's life. That's what I was thinking.
Right.
And then the fact that we looked up and this man, what's his name, Jordan, had threatened people before. And I told y'all he was banging
he actually violated somebody.
Attacked somebody. And was pounding on the ticket lady's door.
So he didn't have a good record either.
And told her he was going to kill her. But all of that, I was trying to get a guy the benefit of doubt till we found out more about him. But then he goes on air and says something stupid. You know I'm not a racist because I was planning a trip to Africa.
You're going to make me laugh again. Kind of use that excuse. My best friend's black.
I told you he would have did better.
Africa. I'm not racist. Otherwise, I wouldn't go to Africa if I was racist.
When that's the last time y'all went to Africa. Y'all brought us back.
Yeah. I'm going to Africa. So just understand, I like black people.
Oh, what's her name? Claudia, just so you know, on you remember Claudia, the women's show, the black women, Claudia and all of them. Whatever. The women, the circle cocktails with divas. Remember that show?
Oh,
the cocktails.
Serena.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vivica.
Oh, okay. Got it.
She talked about, because remember I told you about people talking about the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
And she said, well, she said something controversial, but I kind of agree with her. Well, she always say stuff controversial.
You agree with her?
She said, yeah. She said, y'all can't see a black mermaid in the sea. You can't see black people in the sea, but you didn't have no problem seeing them in the sea when you was bringing them over here on the boats and you was throwing them off. So if anybody should understand there could be a black mermaid, it should be racist. Think about all the people you threw off the boat that came over here.
I don't know why her mind went there.
Her mind went there.
I would have never thought that. Mm-hmm. What that got to do with black people in the sea being tossed from a boat from the...
She's saying that they can't see black people in the sea. If you didn't want to see black people in the sea, you shouldn't have thrown them over on the boats on the way over here. That's kind of how her point was.
Oh, wow.
She went there.
Stretched that one. I never would have thought that.
But I thought about it and I said, to a racist, yeah, I would say the same thing. To a racist. Now, if you're not a racist, you're a regular white person that's not a racist, then no, that doesn't pertain to you. Mm-hmm. But somebody who's a racist, you can't see black people in the sea. You didn't have no problem seeing them in the sea the other time.
I didn't think about that.
That's what she was saying.
I know Whoopi was saying cartoon characters and make characters like this. Mm-hmm. What do you call these characters?
Animated or something?
Animated. I don't know. She said, we even have racism with animation.
It's ridiculous.
She said, because something you think is originally what the white man showed it to be, it can't be no other color.
No.
And that's why I was saying some people get mad when they change that picture of Jesus with the blue eyes.
It's ridiculous.
He's not black. My Jesus is white-eyed, blue eyes, and brown hair. What? Because who told you that? So it's written down that the mermaid and Snow White has to be white.
Well, her name is
Cinderella has to be white. I mean, who told us that these characters...
Snow White's name is white.
Yeah, it is. It can be Snow Black, and Snow is white.
She is Snow White. So.
Maybe not that character.
Right. All right.
But I do get it because our foundation has never included us.
Right.
So, yeah.
So that's it with him. That guy, okay. Daniel Penny.
You was long about that.
He gets the donkey of the day.
Okay.
Because he was going to go to Africa before this whole thing happened. So that shows he's not a racist.
Again. I'm gonna get a
All right. Don't forget our book, 100